bitter criticism with Milu. We are going to the interior, to the countryside. But by now we are reading the genocide dossier. Adidas. Anyway, so Al Jazeera. Israeli raids on Gaza kill 49 in day, another peacekeeper shot in Lebanon. So the fight continues in the Middle East. You know, analysts are saying Israel is in crumble. Israel can lose this war, but Al Jazeera never says nothing like that. Al Jazeera just say facts about genocide, like this one by Umut Uras and Virginia Petromarchi. Says live, Israel targets UN in South Lebanon, turns northern Gaza into ruins. Yeah, that's the only thing I always read in Al Jazeera. So October 12th, Gaza's health ministry says 49 Palestinians were killed and 219 wounded in the latest 24-hour reporting period. The United Nations interim force in Lebanon, UNIFIL, says unknown gunfire on Friday night hit a peacekeeper, the fifth wounded in southern Lebanon, near the Israeli border in just 2 days. And 10 minutes ago now, 5 more areas. Says 5 more areas in northern Israel now close off military zones, the army says. The Israeli army has announced that 5 areas in northern Israel close to the border with Lebanon have now turned into closed military zones. The military clarified that entering Zerait, Shomara, Shtula, Natwa, and Eben Menachem is now, quote, strictly prohibited. This is not the first time areas in the north have been closed off, a move that could indicate the army's intention to ramp up pressure on Hezbollah and amass more Israeli troops. Well, there's amass here. This is not a noun. I don't know what's this. I don't know what the hell is amass. Amass more Israeli troops in southern Lebanon. Southern Lebanon. The announcement comes as Israeli forces are conducting what it called, quote, limit military operations in their northern neighborhood, with the stated goal of dismantling Hezbollah's infrastructure. That will allow the return of tens of thousands of Israelis back to their homes in the north after being displaced due to near daily cross-border fire between Israel and the Iran-backed group. And 28 minutes ago, Hezbollah claims yesterday's drone attack on Tel Aviv. As we reported yesterday, 2 drones made their way from Lebanese territory into the airspace around the Israeli city, causing damage to a building and small power outage. In a statement published moments ago, Hezbollah has claimed a responsibility for this attack, saying that it launched a squadron of suicide drones on the outskirts of Tel Aviv. Suicide drone, like the suicide will kill itself. Anyway, this marks one of the rare instances of Hezbollah weapons penetrating far enough into Israeli territory to threaten its largest city. And 43 minutes ago now. So I'm pretty sure that this drone attack is not so important, you know. Lebanon's educational sector hit hard as schools turned into shelters. Continuing Israeli airstrikes across Lebanon are directly affecting the country's education sector. At least 60% of the country's public schools are now being used as shelters for the displaced, meaning that the start of the school year has been pushed back to November 4, affecting more than 300,000 children's access to education. UN figures show more than 40% of students have been forced from their homes due to Israeli attacks. In 53 minutes ago, Director of Gaza Health Ministry, 200 killed so far in Israel's siege of North Gaza. Our colleagues at Al Jazeera Arabic have interviewed Dr. Mounir Al-Bursh, head of Gaza's Health Ministry, who gave a terrifying picture of Israel's siege of the northern Gaza of the northern strip, which he said has been going for 8 days now. Here are a few of his key points summarized. The situation at Al-Auda Hospital, the Indonesian hospital, and Kamal Adwan Hospital is catastrophic. Families are besieged for the 8th day. Many dead bodies are left on the streets. 22 people were killed in Jabalia yesterday. There was another massacre today in central Jalabia. 200 people have been killed in seven days in northern Gaza. 32 patients are still at the Indonesian hospital. 2 are in intensive care at Kamal Audan Hospital. 177 patients remain. More than 31 patients at Al-Auda Hospital. More than 240 medical staff are still serving at the 3 hospitals. The last one. There's a dog in the bus. There's a dog in the bus. 1 hour ago, Hezbollah fired about 350 projectiles into Israel over Yom Kippur, the Israeli army. Quote, throughout the weekend of Yom Kippur, approximately 320 projectiles that were fired by the Hezbollah terrorist organization crossed from Lebanon into Israel, the military said in a statement. Yom Kippur, Judaism's holiest day, ended in a nightfall. Well, it's war in the Middle East because of Zionism, because of racism,